this DRS with these calls. I don't think I've looked at him at all with Raj. A bit of swing there, back into the left-hander.
You look at both Jaiswal and Suryavanshi, two opening batters who don't really try to absorb pressure from opposition bowlers. They invert that sort of pressure from bowlers and returns it in the way they use their stroke play, their attacking instinct. Very difficult for you as a bowler to find control.
Oh, nicely bowled. Already see that movement, the pace and the carry as well. A good line to bowl as well.
Yeah, wonderful line this. Very similar line to what Marco Jansen bowled to Jaiswal in that test series. We watched it. Yeah, he got him out a couple times. Left arm bowler, left arm quick to left-handed batter. You don't want to give him any width because that's when he'll throw his hands and he'll cut you past point. But that line and length right there, you're challenging that inside and that outside edge.
Yeah, Jamie Overton, the slip has gone wide. He's in second slip now. Can afford to do that. Leave deliveries in this format when you're only chasing 128, out of which 109 left.
Yeah, the approach shows that there's experience from Jaiswal. Of course, he's known for that ultra-attacking approach, but with his experience playing all formats at the international level, he's matured, not been sucked into a state of recklessness.
And that's his strength. He'll find the fielder though. Oh, Webber, he's on strike now, and he's exceptional. He is truly special this game. Just 15 now, but he wasn't. He was only 14 when he got this 100 last season. Just 35 deliveries. The second fastest in the IPL, the youngest to get a T20 100. I was having a chat with his coach. I was like, yeah, when he started, when he first went to him, he was just 8 years old. He always wanted to get those big runs. He was very good technically, very sound technically, but because they would only play 20-25 over games, he wanted to score hundreds, and hence he started playing those shots because he wanted to score hundreds. It's up in the air, over point, one bounce and into the boundary. At 24 without loss, the Royals after 2. Slicing it over point. You have to define fearless. Web of Suryavanshi would be it. Very exciting batting lineup, Rajasthan Royals. Obviously, Vaibhav Suryavanshi is only 15, but the others as well. Yashasvi Jaiswal, he's only 24. Riyan Parag, he's 24 as well.
Last over, the boundary of the last ball. Quite intentional from Suryavanshi, just going inside out, opening the blade at the bat, making sure that he had enough to get it very close to the boundary cushion.
Maybe quite interesting how Yashasvi Jaiswal approached this season, because so far it's a really different kind of a Yashasvi Jaiswal we've seen.
What I'm keen to see is how he controls his ego. He's batting with a partner who's 9 years younger than him, someone who's already decorated himself with excellence at the age group levels, even at the IPL level. So sometimes when you're young, you can try to outdo your partner on the other end. So far, Jaiswal has been very watchful, very controlled, not reckless with his aggression. Good to see from a Royals point of view.
There's a fielder there, one bounce.
He definitely doesn't hold anything back, does he? I've watched him face 6 deliveries now, and it feels like every delivery he's trying to hit out of the ground. Wristy, strong, good timing. Very exciting, not if you're a bowler though.
He's exciting. This team itself, talking about age here, got 15, Riyan Parag 24, Yashasvi is 24, Dhruv Churel is 25. This would, I guess, the top 4.
Another thing I'd like to mention about Jaiswal, in his previous 3 seasons, he's gone past 400 runs. That alone speaks to his consistency, his application, that method in run scoring. And he has a formidable batting lineup to support him. There's still that impact sub available. Remember, 3 overseas players were used in that bowling 11.
That's a cracking shot. There's a fielder there, but it doesn't matter. We're talking about fearlessness here. I'd take that.
Wow, this is just an incredible cricket shot. It is a slower ball from Matt Henry. He's just rolled his wrists on it a little bit. He's got a deep point out, but the ability to create so much power off a slower ball, especially over points. What a shot, seriously.
You mentioned a while ago, Wristy. It wasn't very high though, the bounce. He got under the ball. Really good use of the wrist as well. 10 from that over, 34 without loss.
Let's play. Don't pause. Let's play.
The dynamic performance of the Lexus NX keeps you in the game, while its bold design and intuitive technology gives you the edge. Level up in the tech-forward and tech-ready Lexus NX.
Yeah, good start. Rajasthan Royals 34, 3 overs. And Vaibhav Suryavanshi, he's in a hurry here. 23 of 8, and he's at strike now. More whippage from the young Yashasvi. I didn't time as well as he would have liked to, only a single. I've got another question for you now. What is most probable in this Tata IPL season? RR winning their 2nd title, CSK lifting their 6th, or neither? And let us know what you think. Go vote, IPLT20.com. Well, obviously a really good start for RR. Kind of start they would have wanted with the ball, and now with the bat. Yashasvi Jaiswal time now, again a little high on the bat, a very, very safe area of the ground.
Just curious to watch that length again. Was it a bad delivery from Khalil? It wasn't in the slot. He was hitting that on the up. Ball just hitting high on the bat, just confirming it wasn't a bad delivery. The problem though, Khalil not getting that sideways moving. either in or out. So Jaiswal making light work in that stroke.
Yeah, good comeback, Khalil. Yashasvi likes this matchup though. Against Khalil, he strikes at 207.
Dale, you bowled against some of the best batters in your time. When you have a batter who is scoring off good deliveries, what thoughts go through your head as a bowler?
Just trying to get him off strike. Just trying to get him off strike. But in this situation right now, you get him off strike, and then you've got the youngster who's striking at almost 300 or whatever it is right now. So that's the thought process. Sometimes you want to get a wicket, obviously, but you also, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, who would I rather bowl at? Right now, you've got two guys that are taking you on. So it's a difficult situation for the bowler to be in. Almost one where you feel, all right, cool. It's not trying to bowl those magic balls, but thinking wicket. Because if you're not thinking wicket, you're probably going to go for a boundary anyway.
Also from a captain's point of view, Darren, you reckon you just go all out if you're Ruturaj and say, you know what, don't mind losing it in 12 overs, but just try and pick wickets?
Yeah, that should be the approach. Come back to it. Now, we spoke about trends this season. Previous two matches, 200 plus scores being chased. I don't think as a bowling group you have to think too much about the economy. It's about creating wicket-taking opportunities. That should be uppermost in the minds of bowlers. I think of Dwayne Bravo, whose economy was over 10, close to 11. He was a genuine wicket-taker, and if I'm a captain with bowling options that can take wickets, then it gives me a better chance of controlling the game, whether it's bowling first or defending. So that will be my message to my bowlers. Try to create those wicket-taking moments.
And nicely bowled again, Khalil. The quite a show over. A 6 from it, 40 without loss.
Off to a flyer here. Lovely start for Anshul Kamboj. Just hitting the deck, just getting it to nip away. It's not been the kind of start Yashasvi Jaiswal would have wanted, whereas his partner at the other end is off to a flyer. Nothing surprising about it, having seen that of Suryavanshi over the last couple of seasons. But a perfect delivery to kickstart his spell.
Anshul Kamboj, he does get the ball to swing around. He's very consistent with his areas as well, Anshul Kamboj. Got a slip in place. They need a wicket here, desperately, CSK.
Yeah, righto. Let's now dip into the new AI mode on Google search. The question we ask is, how has CSK's approach to young players evolved? What they're saying is that they've moved on from an experience-first model towards a Gen Z revolution. That is something which is pretty evident with the way they've gone for some young players like Karthik Sharma. And so you can learn much more by asking follow-up questions on AI mode. Nicely done. Great awareness of the field. And that positive mindset still on show for Vaibhav Suryavanshi.
Suryavanshi off the charge. It's a pity we're not in Ranchi. Oh yes, the wrist work And the wind-up. I think you and I were there. It was a Monday night, April 28th last year. 101 from 38 balls, this fellow. 7 fours, 11 sixes, and a lazy little strike rate of 265.78, just quietly. Oh, hey.
Take that too. You take everything that comes your way. A big wind-up once again, inside edge. And Anshul Kamboj is paying for it.
Yeah, no half measures for the teenager. Big wind up. And a little fortunate there. Misses everything. Well, finds the boundary. And inside edge.
Sometimes as a bowler, you do wonder, what are the areas where you can time up?
We're going to be brave, for sure. And I think you've got a good slower ball. Now you've got a variety as a quick merchant to get a good slower ball going. 2-3 knuckleball, tennis ball bouncer. Even when you think of that slow Yorker, if you can perfect that. I know Malinga was pretty special. Lusty Malinga, the great Sri Lankan. You get that right. Because these guys, it's almost like a snowball going down the side of a mountain. They just get bigger and bigger and just keep going at you with momentum.
Goes down the ground, this time towards long gone. A 6 to finish the 5th over, 15 coming of it. It's 55 without loss.
I mentioned you've got to be brave. Yeah, gutsy stuff in terms of your bowling in the power play with only 2 men out, as we know. And this fellow, well, he's got a plane to catch. He's in a hurry for sure. Oh, wow.
$50 up for Rajasthan Royals in the 5th over, mainly due to the pyrotechnics of Vaibhav Suryavanshi. As Danny likes to call it, a lazy strike rate of 292 right now.
So destructive, because when you think about it, 2 young guys, there's that brand of clothing, I think, around the globe called No Fear. These guys are the same. Here we go, Noor Ahmed. Good luck, Chief.
Yeah, the keeper missed it. Trying to play the switch hit there of the very first ball. And byes being signalled by the umpire.
It hasn't worked out for CSK so far this evening. It hasn't worked out for Sanju either. It's always difficult. The switch hit from Yashasvi, it just blinds you as a wicketkeeper. The batter is right in front of you. All that movement does distract you.
Yeah, he has to be the go-to bowler for CSK. The 2nd highest wicket taker last year in the IPL, away from Rashid Khan, having played for Gujarat Titans. But this was the 6th of the last ball of the previous over. Once again, a big wind-up. Those eyes lighting up and watching it all the way. And also, from the time these 2 left-handers have gotten together, they're pretty powerful. This is the 5th 50-run partnership in 8 innings. That's worked really well for Rajasthan Royals.
Yeah, include a 100-run partnership. And that to a big 166-run partnership last season. What has also been very impressive, yes, we're talking about Vaibhav and what he brings to the table, but also how Yashasvi's kind of changed his game a little bit to suit this partnership.
And I think that's where maturity comes in, or that's where you learn through your experiences in international cricket, having watched the likes of Virat or others, that you can ride pillion at times. You don't need to be the boss at all times. Goes again. Good luck, Chief, is what Danny Morrison said. And it's flown over long gone.
Cabin crew on this one. Oh, coffee, tea, the whole 9 yards down in row 6. It is. The pair of them, the two lefties, and don't we love a lefty? Oh, wow. And indeed, yeah, going to have that partnership at 160 odd last year. And again, little flick of the wrist. Oh no, it's a 15 ball 50. This is obscene. Talk about Mad Monday and the strike rate. It's all the threes, if you please. 333.33. Oh, whoop.
Yeah, third fastest 50 in the IPL. It was the second fastest 100 last season, and he's already on course here. Jeez, look at those wrists there. Just a little bit of a nudge from that wrist. 15 ball half century to start the season.
There goes onside this time. I think if he doesn't deal in 6s and 4s, it feels as if he's not getting enough. Boring. 19 off that over, 74 with that loss.
The sport, this particular form of the game, you blink and you're done. Look at the asking rate now is under 4s, 3.86. Brilliant.
When two batters bat like this, you're practically scratching heads. It's actually one because Jaiswal is 17 of 20, but it's been a blistering partnership, courtesy one man. That worm is flying. It's taken off like a rocket. So they're going at 12.33. The asking rate is under 4. Suryavanshi has been pretty belligerent, and that's the best thing to do. Give the strike over.
It's not as if the pitch has got a little bit in it when the new ball and the hard, proud seams just doing enough. You get it right. Proved that in the first innings. Think about
strategic timeout. Muthuraj Gaikwad will be thinking about his bowling options, maybe giving a few opportunities for others in the circumstances. Skipper Rian Parag, new batter. They talk about Rian Parag and his batting position last season. Spent a lot of time batting at number 3. Very different to what we saw from him in 2024 when he batted at that pivotal number 4 position. Had his best IPL season, and now he's returned.
They're trying to get a move on. That's exactly what the idea would have been. You could see as he was walking away after being dismissed, both Sangakkara and Vikram Rathore were pretty happy with his effort. When you're in a position to make short work of it, why not? That must have been the message to the number 3. Also, as a skipper, just coming back to what you said, Darren, you mentioned that breakthrough year that he had. I was at number 4, and maybe as a skipper too, they feel that that's the best position for him. And I was just talking before you guys came on with Danny and DDG about the position of Shimron Hetmyer. I thought maybe they would replicate what West Indies did, getting the best out of him, making him feel responsible for the spot that he plays at. I think Shimron Hetmyer was brilliant at number 3 for West Indies.
Better delivery from Cambodge. A successful over with that wicket of Jarrell. 9 runs coming from it, 100 for 2. Yeah, I guess Just mentioned an option for Rajasthan Royals with Shimron Hetmai batting at number 3. He's done very well at number 6 for the Rajasthan Royals. That's in the IPL, over 600 runs. He averages 37 with a strike rate of close to 170. So you're not going to disrupt in that production of runs in that position. Khalil Ahmed returns with the ball. 2 overs previously. He will want to get a wicket. Take a little bit of confidence from this contest. And he's unstoppable, Suryavanshi, when he's with the bat. He is, of course, Sierra super striker of the match, at the top of the list. Most points, Afraz Khan. Had an innings where he got into double figures. Only 3 batters in that CSK team getting into double figures. And Suryavanshi continues to enhance his reputation, make statements at the Tata IPL.
Also, the second season is a very important one for any young player. Everybody's been taken by storm from your exploits from the first season, but this was Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Doesn't have a negative bone, only positive every ball. Wants to hit a 4 or a 6. Big wind up, great flourish, and great impact.
Curious to hear your thoughts from a bowling point of view to what you've seen from this 15-year-old.
Yeah, just trying to figure out an area where you can kind of dot him up. Right now, it doesn't look like there's many. He has a shot for almost every ball. Also, the power that he possesses. It's a good bouncer. And the wrists. He's able to get himself out of trouble when it seems like there's a ball that could get him into trouble.
Now we've seen some boundaries in this run chase. The Rupe on the go 4s of the match. Vaibhav Suryavanshi with 4 at the top, who has the edge and is owning it tonight. Like Rupe, they are your leaders in the race for the Rupe on the go 4s of the match. One thing that jumps out at me when I look at Vaibhav Suryavanshi is the clarity of thought when he's on the go. You don't see any indecision when he's going after his strokes. Seems to have a clear mind, never muddled with his approach to batting.
I also feel he has wonderful timing. You think that somebody that's going to swing at every ball as hard as he has, maybe a change of pace would do him, but change of pace, he still manages to get a boundary. Oh, this is a wonderful cricket shot by Parag. Again, just manufacturing it. Khalil dropping it short, smacking it over the fielder that was inside the ring at mid-off.
And he picked a pace off, stood tall, used the bounce to go aerial over that infield and into the gap. Did it carry? Did it carry? That's the question. Khalil is asking the question. Kartik Sharma attempting the catch. Yeah, definitely appeared as though it bounced. Hence the hesitation with the appeal and the lack of conviction from the CSK fielders. Confirmation of the ball bouncing just before Kartik. End of the 10th, 106 for 2.
dynamic performance of the Lexus NX keeps you in the game. While its bold design
Nur Ahmed creates a little bit of a panic. He returns for his second over. Dale Kartik, you look at this contest and you spare a thought for CSK. If you had to speak with the players beyond this game, what will be your advice?
Maybe just trying to assess the situation and the conditions a little bit better in the first few overs. We knew that there was some rain around. We knew the pitch was under covers. A couple shots being played early on to a ball that was nipping around and swinging. Maybe just to try and see it out. And then as the ball got slightly older and slightly wetter, it became a little bit easier to bat. That's why they managed to bat their 20 overs. So just that first initial threat, which would have been the brand new ball, the first 6 overs, just to have a little bit of a look at it.
Yeah, absolutely, Dale. And sometimes you know that the modern game is to hit every ball or try and maximize every ball. But you also need to respect the conditions every now and then. I understand that you want to go hard, which is fine. But when do you take a rain check on where you want to be at the end of 20? Is it after 2 wickets? Is it after 3 wickets?
Swept and dropped. Wasn't the easiest of opportunities. Matt Henry had to come in, had to take the dive out. Maybe fingertips with that effort.
It was always going to be a tough one because didn't get it cleanly. It was always dropping on him. He put in the slide dive. Yes, definitely falling way ahead of Matt Henry there. Just to finish up on the topic that we are having, you want to reassess as or more than assess, reassess after a few overs, after a few wickets. And I think that's where CSK were found a little bit wanting today. And as you said, Dale, they did manage to play 20. In fact, the last pair managed to bat till the 20th, and they had, what, 5 or 6 overs to negotiate with 2 wickets remaining.
The reverse comes out. And that's some execution from Parag, the skipper. It's a huge one to end the over. It was a relatively good one from Nur Ahmed, but still 9 runs coming from it. End of the 11th, 115 for 2. Rian Parag, 13 from 9, a mere flick of the wrist. That's getting him his first 6 of his innings. Appears to be very relaxed out in the middle, the skipper for the Royals. There's 13 required now. That should be another boundary. Flies all the way for 6. Jaiswal in a hurry and in a no-nonsense mood.
Also, he wants to make sure that he ends up at better than runner ball, because it's taken him a while. It's not the Jaiswal we know, but he played second fiddle to Vaibhav Suryavanshi. He didn't have to press on the accelerator. And with the finishing line at side, he's going for it.
Gets into position so quickly, Jaiswal. He's giving himself room in that previous shot, going offside. And off the inside edge now. Plenty of vantage points to look at the game. None better than the Kingfisher Bird Cam. Tonight there's a bird over the stadium spotting all the good times. The Kingfisher Bird Cam taking you right into the moment. If there are good times in this stadium, we're finding them with the Kingfisher Bird Cam right in the middle of it. Boy, we've had some moments. More so in this run chase from the Royals. The crowd too, getting into it and enjoying the atmosphere. Well, the Tata IPL green dots, balls of the match. Jofra Archer with 17, Andrew Berger 14, leading the list. That's who is bossing the Tata IPL green dot balls tonight. Those are the bowlers leading the way. And dot balls, so crucial, Dane.
Yeah, great bowling by two opening bowlers for Rajasthan. They pull pressure. Not many half volleys, no long hops, just got the ball in the right area. Dot balls, just eventually you kind of feel you're forced to play a big shot. That's what the Super Kings had to do. I think Gaikwad stepping away, trying to create something because Rajasthan Royals bowlers were so good. There was no freebies, gets cleaned up. Good ball by Archer. Good bouncer by Nandre, rid of the youngster. Fantastic plans by those bowlers. Obviously reaping the rewards too.
Right, 3 required. Jaiswal on strike. We want to finish things off. We'll think about net run rate. Takes 1. Royals will look back on this effort and think it's the ideal start to their season, given what transpired in 2025. Of course, they finished 9th on the table, only 4 wins. This is a totally different outlook at the start of the season. They seems to have such a complete batting lineup. That's a dot. Dot to end the 12th. So 11 runs coming from this over. 126 for 2. And there is a little bit of a review for the height of that delivery.
We have a player review for white ball, for head height, not given on field. I've checked the field, it's fair delivery. I'm looking at the split screen. Batter is Riyan Parag. Gap between bat and ball, no bat involved. I want to see the height of the ball in relation to the position of striker standing upright at the popping crease. Give me ball trajectory and graphic please. Head height is 1.83 meter. Actual ball is 1.89 meter. It's above head height. Going back to on field. Okay. Graphics coming on. Head height is 1.83 meter and actual ball is 1.89 meter. It's above head height. Going back to on field. Need to change your decision. It's a wide ball. You're on screen, single wide.
So there's a decision that Riyan Parag wanted with the review. He gets it. It's a wide, so just 1 run required now. The Royals on the cusp of a first win this season. And it will be a convincing one. So no run, a dot from this, the 12th. 127 for 2.
Amazon Photos offers unlimited full-resolution photo storage with your Prime membership, enabling you to keep your favorite moments alive. With secure, automated backup, you can protect your most cherished memories and experience the laughter, the hugs, every connection, and every smile. Unlimited photo storage with Prime.
Alexa, show me photos of Miguel's birthday.
Download the app now.
Yeah, good, happy, smiling faces for the Royals fans. Here's Matty Short. Just require one. And as easy as you like. 12.1 overs for the Rajasthan Royals to take out match number 3 of the Tata IPL in season 19. Big win, massive win, 8 wickets for those in pink and blue. Absolute domination. Win the toss, go up front and restrict the opposition to just 127. All out in 19.4. Their most convincing run chase in the IPL. You think about it, 47 balls left. Their previous big best one was 42 balls way back in 2014. So they're humming here in terms of their campaign opener for the double R's. Yeah, so handshakes for the winning side from the opposition in yellow. Just congratulating Riyan Parag. Jaiswal, who remains 38, not out from 36, just to finish things off and keep it sensible while the fireworks were going at the other end. Suryavanshi, 52 from 17, 4 fours and 5 sixes with that strike rate of 305.88. Dale Steyn, quite convincing to say the least.
Yeah, Danny, and there was a threat of rain before the game started. There was a couple showers, covers were on the field. We weren't quite sure whether we would get a full game on our hands, but toss was won by Rajasthan. They decided to bowl first under what was a little bit of assistance for the bowlers, and they made meters. Put CSK under huge pressure. A massive win for them.
Rampaging Royals rejoice with this convincing win, a win by 8 wickets. They will be pleased with the efforts in all departments of the game, but this man on screen, he's absolute blockbuster with the bat. A quick fire half century, 52 from 17 tonight, and he's led his team over the line with this convincing win. Credit also to the opening bowlers. And here is the winning moment. Team single off the bat of Jaiswal, and the celebrations. Credit also to the opening bowlers. And here is the winning moment. Team single off the bat of Jaiswal, and the